Om Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Loka Seva Gurukulam mathematics classes. Okay, I think for most of you mathematics is a very interesting branch of study. At the same time, there may be some students who find mathematics to be little difficult, but there is nothing called difficulty. It all depends on our effort, sincere effort, is it not? So in today's class we are going to study about percentages. So for that we have already gone through the fundamental operations. Our study of mathematics starts with class 1, where you study about addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are called fundamental operations. I think all of you know it, right? Of whole numbers, fractions and decimals. Whole numbers means what? Numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. They are called whole numbers, also called counting numbers. Fraction means part of a whole, say 1 by 2, 2 by 3, like that. There are 3 kinds of fractions. One is called simple fraction, where a numerator is less than a denominator. Then it becomes simple fraction. For example, if you have half, 2 by 3, etc., these are called simple fractions. And there are some mixed fractions. For example, you have 1.5 to 1 by 4, etc. These are called mixed fractions. And as I was just now telling you, if the numerator is more than the denominator, we have improper fractions. Say for example 7 by 4, 5 by 2, etc. These are called improper. This is simple or proper, you can call it. Improper, you have numerator more than the denominator. So this is improper fractions. And we already studied about the addition of such fractions, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? And decimals also. So part of a whole, we say, suppose you have numbers like say 0.1. It means if you write in fraction form, it will be 1 by 10. And also you have seen about 0.01 is 100th part of it. So this point is called decimal point. So this comes after the, for example, if you have a number like 1, 2, 3.1, say 4, 5, 6. This is the number part, whole number, and this is the decimal point, what you call it. And this is the first decimal, second decimal, third decimal, and so on. And they have got place values. So in a classroom you sit in different places and your places are fixed. First place Mr. X, second place Mr. Y, third place Mr. Z, like that, So again you can add these decimals, subtract this, multiply this, divide this. So this is one thing which I already studied in the previous class. That's why it's called previous knowledge. And then I have seen about comparison of two fractions. Suppose you have two fractions, say half and 1/3, which has a more value, suppose you ask. Then you know what you have to do it, you have to take LCM of these two denominators. It will be 6. So 2 3s are 6, 3 2s are 6. Here which is more? Naturally 3/6 is more than 2/6. Is it not? So it means that what is 3/6? 3/6 is nothing but half. Is more than 1/3. Or you can also write it as 1/3 is less than half. So it is called comparison of fractions. So whenever two simple fractions or proper fractions are given, you can compare them. Is it not? And also we have seen about how to convert improper into mixed into improper, like that also you have studied. So just for information we are giving a thought about it. Also we have basic knowledge of commercial mathematics. What is commercial mathematics? Commercial means something connected to commerce. What is commerce? Commerce is nothing but a branch of study which deals with money. In these days, money is a very, very essential part. And people have made it very essential. Of course, it is. But money should be handled like a chappal. All of you have got chappal? If the chappal is tight, it pinches. The chappal is loose, you can't wear it. You can't walk properly. So how should the chappal should be? It should neither too tight nor too loose. Like that, money also one should not have so much excess of money. And one should not have less also. He should have proper money for his living, for clothes, for food, for education purpose, for building and all that. So he must need some money, but not too much. So commercial mathematics is a branch of mathematics which deals with the money matters. So when you say money matter, it refers to profit, loss. Especially business people use this word very much. Most of the things they do for profit. Of course, profit should be there. Not too much, say 5% or 10%. So sometimes what happens, there will be loss also. For example, this year a lot of floods. Due to a lot of floods and all, so much of agricultural production has come down. So the farmers are at loss. And then you also studied about when you have a new goods, say for example, new pens are there, bags are there, books are there, vehicles, especially vehicles. You have what is called as cost price. And that cost price, they will add some profit to it and make it as selling price. So if the selling price is more than cost price, you will have profit. So profit, we already studied this in class 8. So profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. And what is loss? Loss is cost price minus selling price. So if the selling price is less than the cost price, then we say the production is at loss. And how does the loss incur? For some reasons. Is it not? Sometimes inevitable. And then you have also studied about simple interest. There are two types of interest actually, simple interest and compound interest. When you say simple interest, The formula is I is equal to PTR by 100. You already studied, na? What is P? P stands for principal, T for time, R for 100. R means rate of interest. And also you have studied about compound interest. And compound interest is interest on interest. That is calculated, formula A minus P. A means amount, P means principal. That gives a compound interest. So, interest on interest. So, these are the things which you already seen in your previous classes. Just for your memory, we just revised these things, okay. Now, coming to today's topics, we must know what is the meaning of percent. Conversion of fraction into percent, percent into fraction. Conversion of decimal into percent, percent into decimal. That is called vice versa. This is a Greek notation. You know, you might have heard about some Greek notations. What is VIZ? That is one Greek notation. What is that? Namely. Viz means what? Namely. And then you have IE means what? That is. And if you have 3 dots, what does it represent? It represents therefore. So, in mathematics, these symbols will go a long way. Suppose you put 3 dots like this in a reverse fashion. That is used for the word because. Okay, and what does this symbol stand for? Which means. You can note down if you want. If you don't know, suppose you don't know, you can use this, right? So, like that we use symbols in mathematics. What does this symbol stand for? Is equal to. Is equal to. Is it not? So, these are the things we are going to see today as an introductory class. Okay. Now, the word percent has been derived from the Latin word percentum, meaning per 100 or out of 100. And what is the symbol they use? Cross bar with 2 symbols. Suppose you want to write 5%. You write that 5 like this. This is percent. Suppose you want to write 100%. Like this. This is a symbol used. Actually, it was introduced in Italy as long as 17th century back. So, in 17th century, the word percent was used, especially the business people when they want to sell some articles, when they want to buy some articles, the transaction used to happen. Then this word percentum, centum is a Latin word actually. Centum, cent means 100. Of course, girls will say scent means something you put on your face. That scent is different. That is a perfume. So, this percentage is derived from Latin word called percentum. And you might have seen in newspapers, television, etc. Sale up to 60% off. So, in your daily life, where do you use it? There's where this word percent to be used. So, especially in Deepavali time, Dasara time and Christmas time, NIOS and all. For some articles they write, up to 60% off. And naturally the people will be attracted. When they say the product is available at 60% off, means what? Suppose the cost of the article is 100 rupees, it will be available for 140 rupees. So 100 minus 60. So 100 minus 60 becomes 40. Is it not? So 60% off, sometimes 20% off, 10% off, like that they use. And also we use the percent for election votes. Voters turnout in the poll was 70%. Usually an election is announced, all will not come for voting for some reason. Some protest voting, some had some difficulty in voting, some will not be stationed, like that. So totally they take average and say voting has 70% voting has taken place. But actually voting is a very compulsory activity. All should franchise vote. But sometimes some difficulty will be there. Ramesh got 93% aggregate in the class 10 examination. So this 93%, they calculate for 100 because calculation is easy. And the papers also will be for 100. So totaling up percentage, everything will be easy. And also you have heard about banks lowered the rate of interest on fixed deposits from 8.5% to 7%. So naturally bank will give interest, na? Savings bank they give lowest, some 2.5 to 3%. And FD will be maximum. But nowadays they are reduced. It was 8.5% earlier to 7%. Means for 100 rupees for 1 year, the interest is 7. That is the meaning. Okay. So like that, we use in different branches of study the word percentage. Like that you can also give many number of examples where the word percent is used. And this is one advertisement in a shop. Especially last days they announced this final sale, we say. Even you might have seen mobiles. They give a lot of attraction for things. Here final sale will be, the reduction will be 30% to 50%. And that was for 60% is still reduced to 70%. And you must not be misnomer or you should not be misunderstood. When they give less percentage means there will be chances that they may give or issue old items, second sales. That also you should be careful. Should not see only the percentage of reduction. Should know the quality also. So be careful while selecting a goods or while selecting a cloth or selecting a ornament, like that. A fraction whose denominator is 100 is read as percent. For example, 36 by 100 is read as 36%. So this is called fraction form. What is a fraction? It is a part of a whole. So here 100, a article or whatever it is, divided into 100 parts, out of which 36 part is taken. This we call it as numerator. This we call denominator. And while writing, we write it as 36%. The symbol percent is used to denote the percentage. Okay. Ratio. This is about fraction. This is about ratio. So second term is 100 is also called a percent. For example, 33 is to 100. So this is called antecedent. This is called consequent. So can be written as 33 by 100 also equal to 33%. So this is called percent form. This is called fraction. This is called ratio form. So this is ratio. This is fraction, and this is percent. So you must be able to convert a ratio into fraction, fraction into percentage. Similarly, vice versa, means reverse also is true. 33% can be written as 33 by 100, or this numerator will go to antecedent 33, denominator go to consequent 33 is to 100. Similarly, while comparing fractions 1 by 4 and 2 by 5, we can change these fractions with common denominator as 100. So 1 by 4, how to make 100 here denominator? You have to multiply by 25. Multiply denominator by 100, 25. Numerator also must be multiplied by 100, 25. So 25 ones are 25. 25 into 4 is 100. So 25 by 100 is equal to 25%. Similarly, 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 means to make it 100, how much multiply? Multiply by 20. So 5 into 20 becomes 100. 2 into 20 becomes 40. So it is 40%. This is 25%. Which is more? Naturally we say 40% is more. What is 40%? Means in fraction form it is 2 by 5. And therefore you write 2 by 4 is more than 1 by 4. Because 40% is greater than 25% is the answer. Followed? So you can compare the fractions and you have to convert into fractions into percentages. Then you can give the conclusion. Now coming to the conversion of a fraction into percent and vice versa. For example, to write a fraction as percent, we may multiply the fraction by 100, simplify it and attach percentage symbol. So here 12 by 25 is a fraction given. And how to make it percentage? You have to multiply by 100. So here 25 ones are, 25 fours are. So 12 into 4 becomes 48% is the answer. You are following? Similarly here 125, 625 is there. Multiply by 100. So when you cancel, 25 fours are here, 25 25s are here, 1s are 5s are. So 5 fours are 20 is the answer. Okay. And do you follow? So what you must do is you have to multiply the fraction by 100. So whatever fraction is given, multiply it by 100 and then attach this symbol. What is this symbol called? Percent symbol. So 12 by 25 is nothing but 48%, or 48% is nothing but 12 by 25. Okay. And we'll take one converse of this. Suppose you are given with percentage. You have to multiply by 1 by 100, or you can say divide by 100. Both mean the same. So 85% means 85 into 1 by 100. So if you cancel, 5 ones are 5, 35, 5 sevens are 35. And here it is 5 twos are 10 and 0. So 17 by 20 is a fraction form. Similarly, 210% means 210 by 100. So here 0 0 cancels. You have 21 by 10. So you must keep in the simplest form. After that you can't cancel, right? So this is the how you convert this percentage into fraction. Here you have seen how fraction is converted into percent. Okay. So this is the thing you have already known about it. Now coming to decimals. So conversion of a decimal into percent and vice versa. To write decimal as percent, we move decimal point to two places and to the right and put the percentage sign. For example, 0.40 is there. Here what is 4 called? 4 is called first decimal. What is 0 called? Second decimal. And what is point called? Decimal point. So 0.40 means there are two decimal places. So there must be two zeros in the denominator. So if you write a fraction form, it becomes 40 by 100. Or you can write it as 40 into 1 by 100. So it will be 40%. So 0.40 means 40 by 100 or 40%. Are you following? Very interesting, na? Okay. Now 1.75. So divide by 100. 1.75 means if you divide by 100, so 175 100 it becomes. So 175 into 1 by 100 and that will be equal to 175%. So 175% is also equal to 175 by 100 are also equal to 1.75. Okay. And coming to 0.0250, how many decimal places here? This is called first decimal place. All that comes after the decimal point, we call it as decimal places. This 2 is called second decimal place, 5 is called third decimal place, 0 is called fourth decimal place. All these are after the decimal point. So there are 4 places. So divide by 1000. It will be 25 by 1000 and that is nothing but 25 by 10 into 1 by 100, that will be 2.5%. Okay. So 2.5%. Or you can do directly also. How to do directly? You have to multiply this by 100. And coming to 3.2575. 3.2575, how many places here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 places. So 4 zeros in the denominator. So numerator have 32. So move this point 1, 2, 3, 4. So 32,575 by 100 into 1 by 100. So because 10,000 means 100 into 100. So this will be 325.75. So you can do in other way also. Just multiply by 100. That's all. Suppose this is decimal, multiply it by 100. That is also, this is fraction form. Decimal form means you can just move the point 1 here, 2 here. That's all, you get the answer. Here also, see 0.0250 is there, multiply by 100. So you have 1 plus 2 plus. This will be equal to 2.50. Or when a 0 is in the denominator, you can cancel it. So 2.50% or 2.5. So, you can convert it into fraction and then do it, or you can just multiply by 100. Always in decimal, please note, if you are multiply by 10, you have to move the place to the right, 1 place, 100, 2 place, 1000, 3 place, like that. Here it is 100 you are multiplying. So, 2 place to the right. Suppose you divide by 100 means what? You must come to left. You already studied that, because everything is in terms of percent. As you are dealing with percent for 100, here you have to multiply by 100 and this is the answer you get. Here also this is the answer you get. Okay. Now, we have seen how to convert a fraction into percent, percent into fraction, decimal into percent, percent into decimal. That is what is called as vice versa. Means reverse also is true. Rama is the brother of Lakshmana, which also means Lakshmana is the brother of Rama. Is it not? So, conversion of a decimal into percent and vice versa. Just now you have seen it. Now, one more thing, to write a percent as a decimal, and percent decimal means that is what is called vice versa. See here, percent will be given, say 45%. How to write decimal? Divide this 45 by 100. So, that is a fraction form. When divide by 100, it becomes, there are 2 decimal places. So, point is here, move to left. I just now told, when you are dividing, you have to move to left. Multiplying, move to right. So, there are 2 zeros. So, this 45 point was here, move to left. It becomes 0.45. How to write 8%? What do you mean by 8? 8 means 8.0. Divide by 100. So, for dividing by 100, only one 8 is there, units place is there. So, one more place you have to create, that becomes 0.08. So, that is nothing but, how do you got it? 8 by 100. So, this is a fraction form, this is a decimal form, this is a percentage form. Okay. How do you got 100 here? Because it is about percent per 100. Similarly, 0.7%. How to write in decimal form? So, 0.75 is there. You have to divide again by 100. So, that is nothing but, see, that is 75 by 100 is there. This is a fraction form. To find it percent, you have to divide by 100 again. So, there are 4 decimal places. You are given with 2 decimal places. So, 2 decimal place is given. 2 more you have to add. Then it becomes 0.0075. Following? Very nice. It's all very interesting things. Of course, you must practice. It is easy to hear, but when you practice only you will understand. So, your friend can explain about cycle. See, the cycle has 2 tires, it has got a seat, it has got a brake, it has got a light and all that. But rider only should practice. You can take the help of others. Only when you practice, you can balance the cycle, is it not? So, like that, now whatever you heard, you have to practice these problems. Okay. Now in the examples from the previous slide, we drop the percentage sign and insert or move the decimal point 2 places to the left. That is what we have just now seen. Now we will see some practical problems, means problems of daily life. So Ramu obtained 22 marks in a test of 25. They conduct monthly tests, right? Monthly test, they will usually conduct about 20 marks or 25 marks. So here there was a test in mathematics. He got 22 marks. What was his percentage is the question. So total mark is 25. He got how much? 22. How to do percentage? 22 out of 25 into 100. So 25 ones are, 25 fours are, 22 into 4 becomes 88%. Did you follow? Suppose you get 25 out of 25, what is the percentage? Come on, 100, is it not? Because in mathematics, most of the boys or girls will get out of out, it is called. Suppose you get out of out. In mathematics, nobody can cut marks if all the steps are correct and answer is given. So if you get 25 by 100 means in percentages we write it as 100%. So always try to get 100%. Swami also wants that you should get out of out. This is the word used for that, out of out. And there will be some challenging boys or girls. Sir, whatever problem you give, we will solve. That will be a challenge. If some silly problems are given, they are not happy. What are silly you are giving? Give some standard sums. And that's why we can say some reference books. Here also you can refer some CBSE books or state syllabus books or other books like that. And now one more question. In the word arithmetic, what is the percent of the letter I? So total number of letters is 10 here. You have to count it. 1, 2, first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But count how many letters are there. The question is, how many, what is the percentage of I? What is I called? Anybody? Yes, I is called vowels. Can you name the vowels? How many vowels are there in English? Yes, it is 5. The vowels are A, I, E, O, U. Is it not? They are called vowels. And these vowel, here that is I is used. How many I's are there? The question. So in this arithmetic word, you have how many I's? 2 I's. Is it not? How many letters totally? The total number of letters is 10. Number of I's 2. So 2 out of 10. Percentage is 20%. Because the letter I is repeated, that's why this question has come. Is it not? Similarly, for all problems, you should know how many, what is the percentage of the letters. Okay, suppose you take mathematics. The word mathematics, M-A-T-H-E-M-A-T-I-C-S. What is the percentage of the letter A? That's also vowel. 1, 2, right? You are following? 2 letters are there. Out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 letters are there. and number of A will be 2 out of 11. What is the percentage? Percentage will be into 100%, and that will be say 9.09 you can say. So multiply that, and that will be equal to 18.18% you can say approximately. So like that, the repeated word you can see the percentage. So you will have different kind of problems in this. These are of, you call it as word problems or problems of daily life. One more interesting question. Come on, let me see who will do it. In a class of 40 students, 10 secured first division. First division means what? First class. 15 secured second division. 13 got just qualified. And others did not pass. They are called as failed students. So what is the percentage of students failed is the question. Answer is number of students in the class 40, number of passed in the first division 10, number of students passed in the second division 15. Be careful in transferring things. Number of students passed in third division 13. Okay. Now comes number of failed students. How to get number of failed students? You have to add all this. Subtract from 40. Is it not? Can you guess? Without working only you must guess. In mathematics always the guess will work out. So 10 plus 15 is 25, plus 13 is 38. So 40 minus 38 becomes 2. So number of students failed is 40 minus 10 minus 15 minus 13. So totally it becomes 2. So what you guessed is correct. Therefore, percentage of students failed is equal to 2 by 40 into 100. And how to cancel this? 0, 0 cancels. 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2 5s are. So it becomes 5%. I think all of you know how to cancel the things, right? So it is not shown because there will be, numbers will not be clear, that's why. So 5%. So here in this class, 5% of students have failed. Did you follow the question? Okay. Now we will see what Baba says about number 1. The symbol number 1 is, Baba says there is only one caste. That is caste of humanity. He will not call any other caste. And he says only one language, language of the heart. Only one religion, the religion of love. Only one God, He is omnipresent, means He is everywhere. So this one is a very important word. Even in Upanishads also it is told, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. Only one truth is there in the whole universe. So the word one, then there was only one God earlier, even now also, but appears in different forms, that's all. Now we shall go through some home assignment. Very simple questions, all of you can do it. There are 6 questions here. First question, convert 9 by 20, 6 by 15, 108 by 300 into percent. Percents. Then write 85%, 6.25%, 15, 3 by 4% as fractions. Third, express 0.0, that is decimals. 0.03, 1.75, 3.2575 as percentages. Write 9%, 102.5%, 102.5%, 350% as decimals. So that's the reverse of this. In the word percentage, this is a word given. What percentage of letters E? So you must select E's. How many E's are there? And by selecting E, you must tell the percentage of that E in the given word. We'll try. Okay, last question. Harish saves, this symbol is called rupee symbol. 900 out of a total monthly salary of 14,400 rupees. So this is a salary. This is the saving. Find this percentage of savings. Can you do it? Okay, come prepared next class. Thank you.